Okay, the first word that I was in question was the word grind. When I hear the word grind, I'm reminded of a story in the Bible about Samson. You know, Samson was a person who was dedicated to God and set apart by God to be a judge over Israel and to pretty much bring about Israel's deliverance from the country or nation of trying to think of Philistines. And so like when as he was going through his life's journey, his he was given certain instructions, like he wasn't supposed to cut his hair. He was just let it grow out. He wasn't supposed to drink wine. He wasn't supposed to eat things that were I think that were dead, you know. And then it was like, I think those the three main things. And he was supposed to marry in his own, you know, race, as far as like somebody who was also an Israelite, but he had an appetite for other type of women. And he ended up marrying one woman that was Philistine, and then he ended up getting pretty much like a divorce from her, or leaving her and then going to get with somebody else that was also a non-believer or non-Israelite person. And this person named Delilah, she pretty much seduced him, manipulated him into giving away his special secrets of his strength and his anointing. And he tells her eventually, after her wearing him down, that his secret was in his hair, and that if she cut all his hair off, that, you know, he would lose his strength. So she cuts his hair off, and then right after that, he's given to the Philistines, who then take his eyes out, gouge his eyes out, and then they make him grind on a millstone, going in a circle, round and around and around and around. And so he's working hard, grinding. And back then, like, they had to, well, they still do it now. They had to grind up the wheat into, you know, this fine powder that could be then, you know, or a type of fine powder substance that could be used as grain for, like, make things like bread and flour and pastries and stuff like that. But he was working on a mill, grinding. So when I think of grinding, I think of a type of punishment. I don't think of it as a reward or something beautiful or special. And I really don't understand why people have a mentality where they would gladly want to use this term, because that's what, when I think of it, I think of that. I think of a type of punishment. And in Jesus Christ, he became our punishment. He became our sin so that we could be free. We are no longer slaves. And that comes also with a mentality, a slavery mentality. So right now, I come against every spirit of slavery, every spirit of feeling like you have to grind for what it is God has for you, for his best. We are not slaves, we are heirs. And heirs meaning like we are sons and daughters. We are kings and queens. We are royalty. There is no reason for us to be struggling and straining and over here wearing that as a badge of honor. We are not slaves, we are royalty. And we should always remember that and ask God to let his word speak to us, allow us to see what is really saying about us and to us, so that we're not adopting the wrong mentality or mindset about our own work ethic and who we are and how we should be operating.